Hello, everyone. Everyone, no one. All right. Let's share out this live stream so then some people can know that it is here. Here's the link. Here's the link for people that want to come up and join me for supper. Supper. Okay, let me share this on my community tab. Uh, All right, that's done. Twitter, Twitter. I'm having my leftover, the last of the soup. Okay. I've shared it on Twitter. I've shared it on Facebook. I might make a skirt after this. When I'm done eating, I might make a skirt. Might sew the skirt that two skirts that I've started creating last night. Yeah, and anybody that likes to buy merchandise and stuff, there's lots of merchandise at my Teespring. You can find that by going to my channel, Kass Love 111, the one that's here. Kass Love 111 helps you find your passion. That's the one. That's the channel. Anyways, here I am waiting for my friends. They suggested I should come on here. Where are you, JB? Get your butt in here. Where are you? Hello. I wasn't even thinking about coming live. I was just gonna watch some TV, watch some crime channels and stuff. But then JB said, "Oh, why don't you come on, have dinner?" Well, didn't say that, but he said, "Why don't you go live on the StreamYard?" Do I have you on this so I can just send you the link on here? Because I don't use my phone for any of that stuff. And anybody else that wants to come up, I want to invite this friend of my brother's, but I kind of would like to talk to him actually. Where are you, JB? All right, so I shared the link already on here. Lollipop, lollipop. There's a lollipop on there. What? There's a lollipop on there. That's so funny. Where are y'all? Are you here, JB? Hey, you here? You wanted me to come live? What should I send them? I don't know. Some people don't know how to come live on this. So easy though. You just follow the link. Like you just follow what the link tells you to do. Hey, come hang out. How you doing, Ken? I just invited my friend Annie. I'm Anna, and then I invited Annie. So I got some olives, and they're really good for your skin. So I never used to like eat olives or like them unless they were on a pizza. I didn't even like them, but I still take them off a pizza. But then I got a taste for olives, and every once in a while I'll get myself a jar of olives, and then I'll just eat them. So I'm going to eat a little bit of olives before I eat this. I like my snack first. Who else can I invite? We're gonna have a party. We need people. Who else we're gonna invite? Who else? No, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes for JB, and if he doesn't come on here, leaves me hanging like this. Dude, that's not cool. It was your idea. I'm just looking at my chat. And if you guys are shy and you've never been on a live stream before, you can always like click your camera off and just like show your picture. Who else do I want to invite? I have a lot of people on Facebook, but I don't know if I invite them. That looks so good, Annie. Those cupcakes look so good. I'm looking on Facebook. I gotta stop looking on Facebook. Focus on eating. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. There you are. Good evening, sir.
I'm doing well, madame. You're so nice, Cass. I was hoping you would come on, especially on a channel that we can talk, so I can show you that I made
Can't hear
a.
you. Hold on, let me turn the volume up.
Oh, that's my bad. That's my. Oh yeah, no, it's your fault.
Oh, why isn't it? I can't hear you.
Mic check 1 2.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You sound sad that you can hear me.
I can hear you now. Just kidding.
Oh shit, I can hear the guy now. Ah, fuck, the cats are gonna. Now check this out. Check this out, Anna. I have to take it all apart and redo it tomorrow because I'm 2 beads off. But I did a repeat of my triple wrap black and onyx bracelet in red. This is a red one, not for any holidays. I just figured I'd like to walk around looking like a poison dart frog without getting tattoos. So
That's
I
nice.
made a red bracelet. But I have to take out a couple here and a couple here. It's a little big for me, but it's because I changed up the design.
That's awesome.
White people problems, you know.
We're off one in olive.
Are they? Yeah, I love every kind of olives, even the ones with the pits, because I don't mind chewing around the pits. I bite fishing line, so olive pits ain't nothing on me.
These ones don't have pits. They have the little peppers inside them.
Oh, the stuffed olives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are pimento. Those are good.
So what would you eat for supper?
I had a smorgasbord. I first had leftover Thanksgiving, and hold on, I'll show you the rest.
Hey, JK's 80 Horror. How's it going? Is this Patrick? You want to come up? It's a hangout day. Come on up, Patrick. Yeah. If it's you, Patrick, come on up. Or if it's anybody that wants to come up and chat.
Yeah, it's a hangout day. So this in here is I bought myself, I did my very, very sparse grocery shopping, and I bought myself a kielbasa, and I had some onion left over, and I had a wrap left over. So I blackened some kielbasa and some thick cut onions in a pan, and put a slice of cheddar cheese in it and some other stuff, and rolled it up like a burrito, and I haven't even opened it yet. But once it really sets in its shape, maybe I'll have it on your show on camera.
You probably wanna, yeah, you probably wanna smoke one and get like an appetite, eh?
I don't know. Let's get some other people up on panel, and then we can all
I
debate
know,
about
right?
it.
Let's have a smorgasbord. Let's have a gathering. Let's have a feast on here.
I bet there's some trolls out there that said, "Oh my God, she said gathering, and she does tarot. This is a devil channel."
I'm sure it always is.
It's retarded, isn't it?
It's okay. It's, you know, people are afraid of what they don't know, right? So just
Yeah, in
because
the end,
people are afraid, that doesn't scare me.
that's why I
Right?
make fun of it. I make fun of the low hanging fruit, and also it's easy to sort of
Hmm.
like I keep saying to you. You watched or have in the past. I know you've watched my content. I'm very censored and very monitored, and I can't pay for a Rumble channel on my own. So I guess I'm limited, and I like coming on shows like yours, and I respect YouTube, so I'm gonna keep it sort of what we're able to talk about. But I think you could go a little bit farther, Cass, given how sort of you've never been thrown off of YouTube. You do a you do a great job because I think that there are so many more relevant connections in terms of things that people don't understand about tarot. And I think if you bring in some of those audience,
Well, it's like to me it's almost frustrating to teach people that don't know anything and they're just like, oh, tarot's evil, like that. People just frustrates me. I don't even want to try to teach them
yeah,
because
we're saying, yeah,
yeah, I don't even want to try to touch people. If you're not interested, you won't learn. If you don't, you know, if you're afraid of it, you won't learn. And also, if you're afraid of it, then you're gonna just live in fear. You'll hear some, oh my god, this is gonna happen. Oh my god. No, if you hear something, it's probably already happening. It already happened.
I've been spending some time and making sure to leave likes and also give some time to the chat of Ava Potterfield's channel. I'm glad I met her on your channel.
Yeah, they have interesting stuff going on their channel all the time. Hey, that's my fairy friend. You gonna come on panel tonight?
Come on, come say hi. I'm a very, very nice person these days.
Renee's a really awesome person. I haven't met her in person yet, but I'm sure she's just as warm in person as she is, like in personality wise, as warm in person as she is on here.
Well, if you ever come visit me in Boston, you're buying lunch because I am fucking broke. And I would have said a way different
Well, I'm
thing
not
two
coming to
years
visit you
ago.
until you have money, dude. Sorry, I'm not coming to visit you until you have money because you're taking me out, dude.
It just is so sad that,
It's your love
I
language, guys. You know, you are a Taurus. Your love
it's true.
language is doing nice things, and food is your love language, and touch is your love. You know, like, you know, because you're physical too, because you're an Earth sign, right? So those are your love languages. So giving a gift or like buying someone dinner, that's like your love language.
That's why I said I would do the opposite. Because, dude, I'm telling you, financial issues, but for me, they never last forever. I'm a very capable person, and I got some plans to turn
Well,
this around in the next couple months. You know what I'm saying?
well, technically, I rather actually go to the grocery store, get the food, and make it myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Me,
and make cook together,
dude,
like cook
dude,
together, like people cook together, have fun.
that would if you and I hypothetically in some other galaxy ever went on a first date, our first date would be one of us fights over who's cooking the main, one of us fights whoever loses cooks the side, and then we both make the salad kind of thing. But dude, you talk about going to the grocery store, I buy my own like constant like weird diet kind of thing that we don't need to get in here. I saw this guy. He had to be in his 60s, maybe 70s, a lot taller than me, but everyone else is anyway. But he was like, gray, white hair, kind of short beard, just. And I thought he walked up to the friggin' 10 items or less lane, which is good because he only hit Cass. This actually happened. He only had one item. His item was a Christmas wreath. this story sounds cute, right? Oh, the old guy bought a Christmas wreath. He dumped it on the, she had to be 17 years old, a child in my eyes, friggin' cashier, dumped it on the tiny conveyor belt. It spilled its effing pine needles all over the conveyor belt. And then he just picked it up, swiped his debit card, didn't say anything, and left. I bet he was served a divorce like 22 minutes before he walked in the grocery store. Like, that's the only way someone would act like that. And then I actually said this to the cashier, Cass. I said this to her. I go, because this is at like 9:12 in the morning. I get up early after Thanksgiving and I went to the grocery store just to get my salad stuff. And this massacre of pine needles on this girl's friggin' conveyor belt happened right in front of me. And it's just me and her. And I say to her, I go, there has to be 100 jokes in here, but I can't think of anything right now. And she laughed at that, so that's good. And then she had to fucking sweep up all the pine needles awkwardly for what seemed like about 22 years. And then I got my groceries and left. But what a jerk was that guy. I would never do that. And if I did do that, I would say, I am so sorry. Can I help you clean it up? Even if I didn't want to, I'd help it and then walk away and run away if I was in a rush or had to take a pee or something. But he didn't even do that. He just swiped his debit card,
He was
walked
definitely a
out.
Scrooge. He was like a Scrooge.
Well, there's a lot of people in society now have they've turned into they're turned into Scrooges.
Yeah. So, what have you tried to put on your channel, like for content? Like, what in the past, like, what have you tried and it didn't work out?
Well, I was a political commentator with approaching 1,300 subscribers in 2015, 2016. And then an orange person who was famous ran for president, and in the United States, and I decided to support him, and I became like a target. Me and millions of other people, not only in the United States but around the world and in Canada and Mexico. It was terrible. And now I don't even think he's a good guy because he pushes things in the arm that no one should take things in the arm, in my opinion. And so I don't even like him anymore, and yet I'm still identified as like a bad person for like voting for a political figure. So my channel, like millions of others, was targeted, and then I get over it. And you've seen my recent content is before it started getting cold out, I would just upload like quick rant videos with me fishing and stuff.
Yeah, those were nice.
Yeah, they were good.
No, but if
Thank
you
you.
wanted to get into like the crime discussions and stuff like that, like commentary about not commentary, but like commenting, yeah. But I guess it's commentary, not comedy.
Well, I used all code words for your show. I'm not trying to mess up your show. I'm just here to talk to you and have fun. I like you a lot. You do a really, really good job. And also, you're dedicated. I'm not saying your content isn't something that is not premium for me. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying, listen to the syntax of the words I use, is that you're consistent. And people who are consistent, I watch their videos every day, regardless, because you're consistent.
Yeah, I know that. I know that's how I started watching a tarot reader, and he was a guy, and and he motivated me every day. And I was going through some hell at the time too, and I was like, okay, yeah, you motivate me. Yeah, like you've been through the dumpster, and like what I mean, and you come out of it. Look what she's doing. She's licking the olive oil. She's licking the olive water.
What is the kitty going for the olive? The olive nectar?
It's
So
funny. I put it over there because she was going like this to the dog. She was like, she'll jump on her and she'll go like this, and she'll like put her paws on her and like go like this, like to her. She attacked Shelby in like a playful way.
Do you talk to her in English?
Yeah.
Me too. I talk to all animals in just like they're my friends, because they are.
Yeah, I talk to her in English. And where'd Kitty go? Now that I wanted you guys to see how they play with each other, she grabs Shelby like this around her head, and then she'll put, come here, baby, Monkey Sage, come here.
This is gonna sound like a stupid question, and your easiest response would be, JB, that sounds like such a question only you would ask. But I'm not going for that. I'm actually asking this question because I want to know, do you apply tarot and that skill to decisions that you make in your own life? And I don't want to
Of
hear about your
course.
decisions. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. That's interesting.
Of course I do.
I'm not saying that from a point of doubt. I'm saying that from like, I'm like a scientist on the outside.
Well, you must have not been in there earlier when I was talking about that part where, I just, like where someone tries to get away with stuff by keep lying. And then, I knew that somebody was lying. And then I was just sick of them thinking that like that they had to, I tell them, no, I don't believe your lie, right? But to prove it, I had no way to prove it, right? That they're lying, but I knew. So now that's why I learned the tarot energy, because I was sick of people lying to me. I'm period. Like this is like people that I in my life. Like, I was just sick of people constantly lying to me. You don't tell me the truth, I'll find out myself, I'm a person that likes the truth. I like to friggin' know what I'm doing. I like to know what that person is up to. I like, if we're gonna be together, we're gonna know about each other, right? That's how it is. Me, I don't know. But yeah,
I
so
think
go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that that's why we have the ability to communicate. I, I've kind of realized ever since I'm relatively sober, I'm on some sour cherry gummies right now. And these ones should almost be a little more illegal than all the legal stuff I just buy from the fucking place. I actually drove there on Thanksgiving Day because I didn't run out. I didn't want to run out. And I
Mm-hmm.
got this new one because this is just what the guy had, and it was like in his hand. I was like, "Yo, I'll buy it. It's cool." It was $6 more. But here, let me show you.
Let me grab a coffee. Hang on. Be right back. Get stuff away. I'll be right back. Gotta go get coffee. You gotta have coffee after that.
Yeah, I tend to have that effect. Are you? Is that a decaf or is that a coffee coffee?
That's a that's a coffee.
Because my boss at work can do the same thing. He can have friggin' coffee at he swears, and I've seen him do it at
This is
any
my
time
new
of
cup.
day. Follow your dreams. Oh, and also I did get the you need to keep see, I turned into an asshole. Let me show you these and then I'll talk about your post.
Hey, look
So,
here.
so
You
there's
missed that part.
no, I didn't. It says oh wait, what?
Go back to bed.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well,
It
I haven't
says
been to
follow
bed.
your dreams. Go back to bed.
All right, well, as we're playing show and tell, this is mine.
If you
I don't
show me
like
yours, I'll show you mine.
exactly, yeah. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I don't like the term
Lost farms.
Lost Farm, but they are from Lost Farm and they're sour cherry. And the most important, I'm gonna eat one on camera with you, but one of the most important things about these fuckers is that around here, the really, really strong gummies top out at about 3.4% THC per bite per chew or whatever. And these, as you can clearly see, are 5 milligrams per chew. So it's almost like it's not 2 for 1, but it's pretty much 2 for 1.
5 milligram. It's about it's a really thick joint, you know.
Yeah, but it's per thing. So should I have the whole thing or should I have half, Cass? You choose what I eat. I'll do it on camera. Just for you.
Oh, well, if it was me, I'm not telling you what to do, but if it was me, I'd do the whole thing.
All right, I'll do the whole thing. There we go. So that means it's not going to change anything about this conversation because all that means is in 45 minutes, I'm going to forget what my leg is.
So I bought another hair dye, the same one from the dollar store, because, you know, my roots are coming out. I'm starting to look like a skunk. Anyways, it's all good.
I don't think you look like a skunk, and
not yet.
There's a lot of you just opened yourself up for 22 trillion jokes there, but no, your hair is good. Your hair is pretty.
Split in the middle. Wait.
No. I'm not sucking your cock. I'm saying your hair is
split in the middle. What the heck? What?
I have seen a lot of videos that you've posted and done where you can wear really, really nice looking wigs and make it a look of your own and make it look cool. A lot of people look retarded when they wear wigs, but your natural hair you have, and I've seen you style that good as well. Why do you think I have no money? Okay. And I bought a 6-blade razor that's cheaper than most razors. And you buy more razors in the pack, but when you use them twice, when I used to get 20 shaves out of a razor, these ones give you 2. But I like the 6 blades because I'm getting gray hairs for the first time, so I can't afford to creep around on the internet with facial hair. So I just shave my face nice and clean. But your hair looks...
Listen, you're gaining wisdom, eh? That's what that means. And you're getting gray hair.
Yeah, a lot of people could say that. Or maybe I just want to hide it because I don't want to admit it to myself that age is a thing. Kind of.
I went to my mom's yesterday, and I have my sister left her cup there, the one I gave her.
Yes.
Like the 40 and refusing to grow up cup. And I looked at that cup, and I was like, I've had that cup for 3 years that I've used it on my channel. Almost every time I've used that cup. And I'm literally attached to it. I'm like looking at my mom's cup, and I'm like, why is my cup here? I'm like, oh, yeah. I gave it to my sister, and she keeps it at my mom's. That's her cup.
Oh, my Lord.
Anyways,
well,
I had to get myself another one. And I got this one, too. But I don't want to be hugs and kisses every day. Sometimes I just want to dream and go back to bed.
No, you distracted me from me bragging about your own products because I saw the post that you put up and I clicked on it. And like I told you, when I have the money, I'm going to buy some, but that doesn't mean other people can't.
That's right. I made a man's shirt and shorts with birds on it in the sky, in the red sky. Yeah.
I mean, anytime you get totally bored with this conversation and it doesn't work out for your channel, you should just go, JB, it's time to go to bed. Peace.
Hey, I'm going back to dreaming. I'm going back to sleep.
Well, I'd like it if you stay on a couple more minutes anyway.
No, I came on because you wanted me to come on. The other girl, she would come on here, but I don't think she knows that she just goes to my channel and then she'll see me. She said, send me an email, right? And I'm like, well, I don't really send emails, and I don't set up for that stuff. So, yeah.
But in and of its fact, we are providing content for your show, right? Do you actually want to go, or should I stay on? I don't know. Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go now? Pom pom pom. And I don't know. Patrick, I think that was Patrick that came in here, and then unless. I don't know. Someone came in here and said hot. Hi.
And if anyone had any doubts, or Cass, if you had any doubts, I can actually prove it on the package because he said, no, it's really good, refined. It's from Silver Kush. And I go, yeah, we all talked about Kush. But if you read the bottom of the package, It says, what does that say?
So encouraged by says a live resin.
Yeah. So, and I like them, and I ate one. So now we're what are we about 7.5
How many
minutes
of
in?
those there in there? That's like how much did the whole package cost you? This looks like
32
there's a
bucks,
lot in there.
32 bucks with a Massachusetts marijuana tax of $4, and you get back $3. It's so stupid how this is why I hate government. It's not because I'm a radical, it's because government is retarded. So all the stuff I got in trouble with the cops for, me and a lot of my friends just being nerds and musicians growing up with loose leaf pot in tiny plastic bags, is now manufactured and sold to the general public, of course, 21 plus with ID and a debit card and a reservation.
Yeah,
They
you
do
can
walk.
actually get you can actually send somebody a gift. So you order
Yeah,
from a website, you send it
yeah,
to that person's address, and you pay for it with your card online.
yeah. The whole thing is just, everything is, the banks run the world.
People
But
don't even have to leave their house anymore.
well, that's holy shit. I know, actually, you know what? There was a pot company before it was fully went through the government in my state. There was a company called the Highest Shelf, and they actually did weed delivery. And in my old place, I got weed delivery from them a couple times, but they stopped delivering to me because one time I was probably in your show. I passed out drunk, and they showed up, and no one answered the door because I didn't
You were drunk.
be able to be awake. And they left. And now, since I haven't been their customer and they're hurting for business, since they legalized weed everywhere, they send me emails and give me personal calls, probably emails every other day and a call about 2 or 3 times a year. Hey Jay, where you been? You want to order weed from us? No, but they find people in their local area. But yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's crazy. You can just go anywhere. I can just drive over the next town and just buy pot in a store or edibles like these.
yeah, we got it right down here. And there's actually right beside the cannabis place. There's a store front, a store for rent. There's a literal space for rent for a store, like like a business. So I'm just like, what the fuck? That'd be cool right there. Like I could be right there, but beside the weed, and then um we got the we got the anger management on one side, and then we got what is this there? Oh, there's like
It's
a
it sounds
hairdresser there.
like it sounds like you're trying to make things a little too local and convenient. I mean, they could always install a McDonald's on your roof, but you might not necessarily want that.
No, but they have a space there that's for rent right now. To have a business there, and it was a pet business. It was a pet grooming business. So it's just a space, but I mean, like you have to redo your whole thing. You have to set up your own setup, whatever you're gonna do there. But I want to start my craft business. Like I want to actually have a place where I can do my crafts, in a place that I can do a lot of stuff, right? So that would be a good place for me to actually have my business outside of my home. Other than the readings, I can meet people in person to do readings, like meet at Tim Hortons, whatever. But I mean to do like my making my incense, making my soaps, making I want to make soaps, I want to make lotions that I can and people like me with sensitive skin can use. So I want to create my own product. So
What
and the
I'm
reason
what I'm
is
gonna say, what I'm gonna say is it's going to sound initially like I'm trying to make what you are saying about myself, but it's actually not. The
no,
only
this
thing
is how you
about
collaborate.
the only thing about myself that I'm going to say is that I had the thought earlier, and I'm taking action after this weekend, that I might be changing careers, because my not changing careers like changing what I do, but going someplace that has some more money. And the reason that that relates to what you said is, in that same thought, I think about people on the internet, and I'm not trying to creep on you. I thought about Litecoin Lisa because she's a crypto channel, and I thought, what would Litecoin Lisa say? Lisa Davis, blonde girl. She just turned 50. I was in her 50-year online celebration party. I'm a minor character in her universe, but I'm always in the chat, just like I'm always in your chat. And I thought, I wonder what Cass would say if the perfect environment was set up for someone like me to do with my craft and my gifts. And my secondary thought was, if I'm going to ask Cass, what would she do? And you just said a couple hours, or maybe it was this afternoon, and I just daydream a lot because I have no life and eating the pot fucking Lost Farms, and my brain drifts. And you literally just said that there might be a physical space that you're interested in next to where you live, where you can do the thing that I imagine in my mind as someone who's never met you. That's kind of interesting.
No, but yeah, like having a space, not having your home life connected to your business, because it's like I need to have more space in my house to be able to live like a normal person.
It's just
And
you and your cats, though.
uh, and
I
I
said
do
it's
love
you and your cats.
to do all that stuff, but um, even to do my readings that I do online, even to go there, to go to a business and do it there at the business place and set up a place there and then do it there. And then I have, when I go home, I will, you know, just like live my normal life. Like I won't be always like right now, like I've been just focused on work. Like everything has been about in my life for the last 3 years. It's just been about like what I want to do financially.
Yeah, I
I have
totally
not really
understand.
thought about love. Like I'm not ready. I wasn't, even thinking about that because I'm like,
There's
I
no
want to figure
time.
out how I can stay grounded. Like, you know, you get in a relationship, right? And then you feel comfortable with them. You do things together, and then you split up, and then it's like, what the fuck do I do now, right? It's like that. Everybody goes through it, and some people go through it every couple of years. You know what I mean?
Well, you're talking about it from the girl's perspective, and I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying from the guy's perspective, from my male perspective, from my personal male perspective, it's
I'm just saying
this
in
real.
general. I've been watching
It's
this.
it's this relationship is it's all we every new relationship is great at first, and then on my side, it's always been shit. I gotta be somewhere,
You
and
gotta what?
I suck at. I gotta be somewhere. I suck at that. You know what I mean?
Oh, so yeah, because when you're in a relationship, you have to actually make efforts.
I know because if everything is going great, I'll make the effort. And honestly, I there's an article that came out on mainstream news. I do watch mainstream news only because I analyze mainstream news, and there was a mainstream news article that came out today, and it was some good-looking black woman. She like an Indian black from India. Like she's very, very, very hot and very Indian, and she's obviously a celebrity somewhere. I just don't know what it is. Point is her face and like her shoulders and just a little bit below was right as the article. So duh, guys, click myself. And it said, us women fucked up over the last 10 years. We've allowed guys to be too comfortable with being alone because we tried to be the men. And I was like, holy shit. Am I reading the first real article I've read in ever?
No,
That was
it's not.
interesting.
It's okay. It's like this. To me, my point of view, the female's point of view is that women were sick and tired of waiting for the men to start moving their ass, so we started doing it ourselves.
Well, you should have started dating shorter guys a long time ago because all we do is move our ass in every aspect of the word. Look good doing it. But no, I thought it was because women got sick of like men who every think about Thanksgiving. We just went through the Thanksgiving holiday. Like every Thanksgiving, they're probably like, yeah, his gut is at least an inch and a half bigger in circumference. And just more and more television and just vaccine after vaccine and just bleh, like just meanwhile we're all out here being like, yo, we make gay ass bracelets and make videos on the internet. We're the fucking balls, homie. You know what I'm saying?
So what? So what's wrong with that?
That's why I wish Will the Rocker was here because Will would be laughing his ass off at this shit. I love Will the Rocker.
Um, but yeah, so it's no, you know what makes a good relationship work?
I used to be able to say yes. Now I'll say no. No, I don't.
Two people come together
Yeah.
and then they excited to live.
Yeah.
They just excited for life. Period.
Yeah.
Uh, they may have had a near death experience, but they're just excited about living and every
Or
day to see what
several.
new things will bring. And they both work together, and they both like if you're bored and if you're stagnant and nothing's going on, you're just sitting there, really bored with each other in life. You say, all right, like you both think about something to do, and then you figure out what you want to do. I don't know.
And if what you want to do is hanging out, then chances are it's going to be a long day and night. So that's a good thing. I agree. But
No,
now
but yeah,
everything,
you can only Netflix and chill so long. You know what I mean? Before you got to get off
no,
the couch and you got to
no,
go
you
into
can't.
real life, and you got to be able to
Yeah.
do real life.
Yeah.
That's
No,
why
no,
it's important to be friends first.
no,
You know,
you can't. For me, you
because you
can't
never
net.
get off the couch. Yeah, you never get off the couch if you don't become friends first.
You have no idea how opposite. You have no idea how opposite roads we're going. To me, you can't Netflix and do all that because I have never in my entire life, the only time I've ever been subjected and forced to sit on a couch and pretend that I was interested in something on a screen
Who
is
says
when
you're
niggas
sitting there doing?
are when people are
Who says
playing
you're sitting
Netflix.
there watching and not moving?
Oh, have you seen this Adam Sandler
You
movie
know what?
for
Netflix
the
and chill is
thousandth
not that
time
literal.
from 19? Oh, okay, good, good, thank God, because
Well,
I'm
it's
telling
like
you.
you put it on for background, and then you do whatever you want with each other.
Well, I'm not making any suggestions. I leave that up to the other party. But with all that being said, I think it's very entertaining for your audience, Cass. I
I
honestly
like
do.
talking about relationships because you know what? If we don't talk about the things, then everybody just like keeps the big elephants in the room.
Well,
I,
just
I like
because,
I like the relationship where, well, I've had these experiences. That's why I know I like them. Okay, because I've had them. Okay, and then they weren't there anymore. Okay, so I like when you're feeling down or whatever, and the other person goes, "Hey, let's go for a walk, let's go get some fresh air, let's go for a walk." Like you know what I mean?
yes,
You're gonna thank that
y-
person later for doing that.
that's out of. They say that guys always want to talk numbers. I'm not doing that, but I have to say certain things here for content. The three women that I've loved, like been in love with, um, I know exactly what that's like because those relationships to me, the person is a friend first. And that was high school, college, and then the same one beyond college, and then also in adult life. But dating, for me, there isn't a lot of that. And that could change on both sides. And it changes on both sides literally these days, as sad as this sounds, given my age, by it could be a phone call, it could be a text, it could be a change of mood. Dating is way different than in my 30s than dating was in my 20s. In my 20s, it was still boyfriend, girlfriend. Now it's a
Yeah, because you want a
situation and
future
it's
with. You're
good.
looking for
Yeah.
someone to have a future with, like someone to grow old with. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm going the opposite way. Just because I'm trying to adapt with the times, but I'm still in the mindset of the ideal. I think a lot of guys that watch your show probably feel this way. That guys aren't the pigs necessarily, and we're not blaming women, but also dating has been so sort of commercialized in a way that like we forgot what it's like to giggle behind a friggin' plant or a light pole or a car and like
you know, my
shit,
opinion is
I
like you
really like her or I
date,
really
like
like him.
even if you're married, you should still put that time for each other away because you know the dating part is the time where you put time, you know, where from everyday regular life, you actually put that time away as your special time together. You know what I
And
mean?
you've been yes, well, I don't know what it's like to be
That's
married,
why
but you've
people
been
can never
married, right?
stop dating their person. Like even if you're together for a long time, because that's how you're going to keep your life exciting. Because those are the days that you take that person out on a date. Those are the days that you don't have to think about any stress at home, any bills at home. You leave that all at home, and you focus on each other. You know, and
Well, I do.
it's getting away from the environment where you have to always think about bills, work, and this and that, right? and then you can just really focus on each other. And that's why that's important to just keep dating.
Here's how I would become a nerd. This is one example, and this is a date, and I would call her a girlfriend, and she would have called me a boyfriend, but it's like literally like a 2 month thing. And I am this kind of guy in a way. I would vegetarian, weird situation going on there, hates meat, loves a soup called fucking Tom Yum Goong, which is like a Thai soup. It's got shrimp in it, so there's the meat. So there's already a
Like a wonton soup, you
fucking
mean?
no. Tom Yum Goong. Look it up. Goong. Goong.
Okay.
It's a spicy Thai shrimp soup, and there was only one place that had it, so I took her there, and there
Come
was
on up,
great.
Terry. Come on
And
up.
yeah,
Come on. I
anyone
want to.
who
We want to hear from other people too.
I'm
So,
just ranting. I
but
hope
I mean,
people come on.
we were talking about what makes relationship works. But yeah, to have more people put in, that would be awesome. Like to have more input of what others think. I
Hell
am
yeah,
here to listen to what others people's inputs is.
me too. I
What
need some
they think.
friggin' advice.
We all have different ideas of what makes a relationship work for each person because we're all different, right? But for me, that's how I feel like you have to also like remember each other, not just remember like work and your family life and your house and your cars and all that crap. Like that's
But wait,
materialistic shit. Like you have to actually remember each other as like, intimate love and all that.
we're probably saying the same thing in different words. Every time I said the word connection, that's what I meant. Is exactly
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
said, but I said it in guy words.
Connection. Yeah, like the deep connections.
Well, deep is how deep we let it go. You know that.
How deep you want to go?
And that wasn't dirty. That's fucking, you know what I mean? Like
I
emotionally
know.
deep.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
emotionally deep, spiritually deep. I know.
But yeah,
No,
I still had I yeah, let's get some more people up on the panel, man. And I'm telling you, this thing is gonna
like
be crazy.
I feel like I'm
This
on a date. I feel like I'm on a date with JB. Nobody's.
well,
I
yeah,
feel like
they're all
we're already
too
on a date. We're already dating. Holy shit, we dating. We dating, man. It's like the internet dating.
that's
Just
all
kidding.
right.
No, but that's what it feels like when nobody else comes and chats. Like, where's
I
everybody else?
know. It's like they left us at the table and they're all going tee hee
Yeah,
hee
it's like a
behind the
setup.
curtains.
It was a setup. No, just kidding.
Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. No, but Fairy said she knows what relationship work. So let's hear from you. I want to hear you. I haven't seen you on a panel forever. Come on up. Come
Come on
on.
up.
Renee, come on
I,
up. Remember,
believe it
I
or not,
remind you of your grandma. So your grandma, if I remind you of your grandma, then you have to listen. Come up here.
yeah. And
And we're the
I
same.
can
We're probably the same age, but I remind her of her grandma. But I have that old soul, like what I mean.
I
I'm like
can
an old lady.
I've been told that I have an here's a messed up way to what I'm training myself not to swear. Here's a messed up way to walk around the world. I've always been told I have an old soul, yet I look wicked young. And it's not only because of my height. Like when I shave, you think I look fucking 38? I don't. I look
Yeah,
I
you're a
still get
child at heart, but you're
I
an old soul. You're an old
it,
soul that's a child at heart.
total strangers tell me that. It's bizarre.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. My kids are both old souls. Yeah, because it's felt more like sometimes it's felt more like they were my parents instead of me being their parents for real.
Do they know anything about, or do they respect or understand, or even is within their universe? Tara, your kids?
My kids, yeah, they hear everything I say. I talk to my kids very openly about how I think and what I think and
That's good.
everything. Always have. My kids
I
all
d-
learned about God from they were little. They always believed in God, and that's I've taught them that. They, I used to, I used to pray with my children every night before bed until they got older, until they, were old enough to do it on their own. Um, and that's what my parents taught us to do. And so I did that. Taught my kids like that. I taught my stepkids that too. Like, I mean, it was their choice because they were not my biological, but that option was there. If they wanted me to pray with them, I did. So I kept it going with like the when I was in a relationship too with his kids. So I've always been the way I am, and I'm that way with everyone. Everybody has a choice of their thing too, but they have the option.
I sense that, and that's the reason that I like your show. And that's a selfish. What I'm highlighting is only one aspect of why I like your show is my selfish reason, and that is because you've seen all sides of me, and when I come back, you're like, "Yo, it's JB," and it's not just I think longevity because I can't. You said when I inquired like a couple months ago because I honestly forgot where we met on the internet, and it makes sense that you said Diana Brienne Fairchild, one of her channels, and that totally makes sense because I used to be live on her show all the time. I've been a guest on there on panel and stuff, and
She's
I've
a Gemini
actually
too, but she's older than me.
yeah, but I've actually unsubscribed from her, and anything I see of her, I because she went on this thing over the last year. I'm not talking shit on your. I'm not.
Oh, you have your opinion and you're allowed to, and you feel free to speak
Yeah,
because
she got really like anyway crazy like all kinds of alternative lifestyles, and it's like it took over her show, and I just couldn't be a part of it anymore. You know what I mean? But the reason that I mention other people's channels is because there's so much potential with what you do, and especially that's why I'm stalling it. It's kind of obvious trying to get Will the Rocker in here, someone else to come up on panel because
yeah, where
when
did he
there's
go?
like
He went to help his mom, right?
what's that?
I think he went to help his mom or
Oh,
something.
I have no idea. All I know is when you get 3 or 4 on panel, dude, this thing is fireworks in a good way.
Let me see if I can find a couple people on Facebook. I'm just gonna send them the link and see if they're gonna click on it and see what happens.
They should. That's a good
Some people are
technique.
gonna show up. They're gonna know.
I
Oh, who do I wanna? And then I'm like, oh, there's her. There's Crystal. She's always fun to talk to.
I think
She's
it's a great idea. It spreads the Christmas cheer. It helps us find our way in the Lost Farm cannabis-infused gummies, sour cherry live resin, silver kush, 5 milligram THC per serving. It really does.
Are you sending me some in my stocking?
I'm trying to. The carrier pigeons are striking much like Amtrak and everyone who works in Canada. So I don't know if there's going to be delivery time interruptions.
Oh, we'll have delivery. We always got delivery.
Fair enough.
We're Canadian. Oh, this is this weed is good too. This is good weed. That I
That's all
got.
right.
It's LCA. Oh,
You
I was
you
gonna
can
send
keep.
Will. Oh, people are losing their voice. Oh,
I'm just trying to provide content, and I can tell you one thing. I think I have a really fast metabolism because when did I eat that? Like 12 minutes ago?
it was longer. It's like you ate it when I first came on here.
All right, I hope it was longer ago. Thank God, because I can definitely feel it. And I can tell you one thing. Sour cherry live resin strain is Silver Kush, 5 milligrams per tab from Lost Farm, a cannabis infused gummy is really good, and JB recommends it. And I'm going to have a third of this one right now.
I'm calling Will.
We can call you Will, and we can call him all night. We can make sure we don't want to. That was a stupid chord.
I'm here. I just sent Will a message.
You mean you don't want to take over singing duties at all?
No, go ahead. You do it.
Well, one of the I just love those. D minor, A minor, E7, back to A minor, and then you can go to B7. I mean, do you have people in the chat? Is it just you and me?
Am I? Do I have people in the chat? I'm
Was that a yet?
already asleep. Up early. I will next time. Okay. So Will is already in bed.
Cool, cool. You want to cut it now?
You got it now. Okay, go ahead, sing.
Well, no. I'm saying I'll stay on it. Dude. I'm off until fucking Monday. I'll stay on as long as you want.
Friday, you want to go sleep? Are you cutting on in the night too?
No, I just don't want to stay on too late and make your fucking. I'm sorry.
You're gonna turn into a pumpkin too. It's midnight. It's past that time. If you're gonna turn into a pumpkin, would have already happened. I guess it's later than I thought.
No one really knows.
You're the reason I'm here because you told me that you want to come up here and hang out.
Well, I guess I overstayed my welcome because all I really wanted to say is that continually, I like what you're doing with posting content, because most people think that they can just make a name for themselves because there's money behind them. And they think that if they post something once a week, that's content just because of their name. But actually, the people that create content on especially sites like YouTube are people like me and certainly people like you.
Yeah, persistence is definitely a thing that helps your channel grow, but it will grow slow and steady. But slow and steady wins the race sometimes.
Well,
I'm just listening. So, what song do you want to play? What do you feel like playing? What can you play?
I can.
I know that people have different songs that they play that they like to play.
I think just got home from Illinois, locked the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down, take a rest. Ah, fuck. Guitar's out of tune, sorry. That was embarrassing.
No, I know tongue it was. I actually couldn't hear what song that was. Then it goes like do 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 do. Right? That's how it goes, right?
Yeah. Before I lose control of my consciousness to the marijuana.
It's okay. You're high.
No, it's all right. No, because I'm telling you, with these edibles, it's different. You know what is different about them is very specifically this, is that when you smoke a bowl or pack some tobacco in a cigarette or smoke a blunt, or smoke a joint or hit a bong, you know that if you do it right, as we've done for at this point and at our age, decades, we know how to smoke pot. You know that when you smoke the whatever mechanism of bud
Yeah, they all
delivery,
affect you differently. Is that what you're trying to say?
well, I'm saying you know that you're about to get fucked up. But with edibles, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 45 minutes, it could be an hour, it could be 6 minutes, depending on how much you've eaten, how many cigarettes you've smoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. I
So
feel like that cigarettes do affect it too. When you like when you smoke a joint and then you have a cigarette after that, it just keeps the buzz like good. Like it keeps that level of cannabis or medicants or whatever you want to call it at the right level.
I would be a conspiracy theorist if I started saying things like nicotine is one of the healthiest cancer preventing, inflammatory preventing
It's not.
substances on the planet. And what they did is they started putting arsenic in cigarettes because human
Yeah.
beings become addicted to nicotine because nicotine is healthy for you, but cigarettes are not because the companies realize
Well,
the health
nicotine.
benefits.
Where's nicotine come from? Is the nicotine already in the leaf?
It comes from the earth, it comes from tobacco. Yes.
Is it from the leaf already?
Yes.
I know that they put a lot of chemicals, and they also put that chemical where I literally just saw like you know how like you see a star, like you
Mhm.
see like a shooting star. I literally looked. I just like looked down and like I just literally saw something go by me like that. I'll have to look back on the video later and see if I see anything.
Are
That's
you
weird.
sure it wasn't? Are you sure it wasn't Elon Musk on a drunk joyride somewhere?
Elon Musk. Why does that sound familiar?
Doesn't matter. Um,
Elon
your
Musk.
your your audience got it. Um,
Nobody's here.
well, they're gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, the rewatch it later. Oh, there's more people here. But nobody's commenting. There's no commentaries.
All right. Well, I'll stay on with you if you want to stay on. I find you interesting, but also I don't want to be someone who holds you on the internet
So
because I need something to
let's
do.
talk about something. Let's talk about what do you watch? What do you like to watch?
In 2021, 2022, the most common theme of everything that I watch on my own time for my personal research is everything about the vaccine and how poisonous and deadly it is,
Okay. So
and why they did what they did.
okay. Other than that, what do you like to
Uh,
watch?
aside
What
from
do you
that,
like to watch?
I liked to watch How to Catch Carp, which is a bottom feeding fish. And growing up, and they're huge, which is why it's good because when you catch a carp, they're not the prettiest fish, but they're basically giant goldfish. If you Google image them and look them up, and bass jump out of the water and pickerel jump out of the water. And if you go to my YouTube channel, JB Rants, you can see videos of me catching striped bass in the ocean and carp and bass and pickerel in freshwater. But the carp, I didn't get to film, but I did catch one um, on corn soaked in maple syrup overnight, which is the bottom bait that I use for them. And I didn't get the video, but they're really, really big fish. So I watch other people, to answer your question, who are like experts at catching carp, and it's always Japanese people, and they make the best videos too.
We had that here too. We had that where people go fishing. There was Asian people. I'm not sure what type of Asian people, but they were catching everything too. They were putting everything in the bucket, like little tiny little fish. So they'd be
Yeah,
dumping there, but that's how they get rich here. You know what I mean? That's how they make money. They save all their money by going fishing and eating everything out of the rivers.
yeah.
I'm not trying
Us
to be,
are. I'm not going to speak for anyone else, but
but
I
no, but
joke.
there's fishing seasons here in Canada. I don't know how it is in the states, but
Well, I think that's good for them, not for me, because I'm a respectful fisherman. We always, us, like white dudes and why did I bring race into it? It's so stupid. Me. and people like me, we see, yes, the Asians, they always come and they friggin' throw everything in the baby fish, everything, and just leave with it. And it's like,
Do
in
you
a way,
guys
it's
have
good.
rules in the States? Like, are they, what are the rules there, fishing rules? Like, we have rules here.
I don't care because I know that if they're doing that, they're eating them.
Well,
And I respect it. But at the same time, I just happen to be raised as the type of fisherman that I'm catch and release. The bigger the fish, it's like, dude, you've been in these waters so long and you let them go. And I did a video about the fish I couldn't let go that was a saltwater striped bass, and he ate a clam that I had on a bottom hook, and he was gut hooked when I got him to shore. He was about 4 inches under legal keeping size, but he was bleeding right from the gills, and it was just an unstable fish. So my
yeah,
scenario,
I
my
was gonna
scenario,
say,
yeah, my scenario there is throw it in the water
if you like,
and
no,
look
but I was gonna say, like, how do you know that the fish isn't hurt? So you don't want to
because
throw it back
because
in if you got
because
hurt with a hook or something.
I can answer that specifically. Number one, I've been fishing since I was 4 years old. I'm 38. It's a long time. And number two, all of my careers throughout high school and in early college, before I quit college, um, I worked in pet stores in aquatics and reptiles and birds and stuff. Never cats and dogs, although I love cats and dogs. I've never worked in those departments. And in 3 different stores, I became manager because I was like really good at what I did and just like knowledgeable. And so I respect animal life, and I just knew this dude is gut hooked and he's bleeding. So I took him home, I filleted him, and I made striped bass, and it was really, really good. And so that
But
fish
yeah, you
didn't go to
can't save
waste.
all of them, right? Like from the hook, you
Eh,
can't save them all from the hook.
yeah, but I don't just catch everything and just keep it. That's stupid. I like to see the fish because the thought is always when you let the fish go, come back, I'll catch you again when you're bigger. Period.
Well, the only way that you should keep a small one is if the hook hurt the fish, and and there's
Well,
something wrong with
it's the for me it's regardless of size. It's the same thing across the board. Fish are very resilient. If you eye hook a fish, believe it or not, that fish is going to be fine. If you eye hook a human, that human's not going to be fine. Fish are built like they're basically, I don't know if the word is genus or
Well, they're our
or
brains are made
phylum.
out of them.
They're similar to reptiles and birds. So they heal a lot easier than us. But if you gut hook them, they're done. So I ate them, and it was good.
Fish is
You know,
brain food.
I never even, before I started ranting about my stories, I never even asked because you make a lot of food on your channel too. Do you like fish?
I like fish if it's fresh and
Yeah.
I get to prepare it.
Do you like sushi?
No, I can't
Okay.
have salmon. I'm allergic to salmon.
Oh, so you're allergic to certain kind. What about shellfish?
I don't. I don't. I didn't eat them.
That was very shellfish of me. I'm sorry I asked.
We used to eat the sardines when I was a kid. You know the big olive, so like an olive, like you know how like oval. I mean, I meant oval, not olive. Oval size ones. You know the oval ones, the
Yes,
tin
I
cans,
do.
the oval ones. Yeah,
Yeah. We had a
I got
back
poisoned.
when I lived in I don't know if you ever did this, and I don't know where it's from, but it wasn't from me, is this guy underneath us who was Canadian, Jason, and his spouse. I used the wrong word. His fiance. They lived in my first apartment when I lived in Medford. They were in their mid 30s. I was 24, and they introduced me to something called kippered herrings, which sounds like that. It was flatfish preserved, and it was in almost like a sour cream.
Yeah, I found out I was allergic to salmon, and that's what that is. The big ones are the salmon, and my tongue swelled up so thick that I couldn't even barely like move my tongue.
Did
And
that
then
happen?
the doctor told me that I had an allergic reaction because I was allergic to salmon. It
Ah,
wasn't that the can was bad or anything. It wasn't that. That's not what happened to me. And that's what a doctor told me here when I explained what happened.
dang.
And I had eaten it many times before that. So you can all of a sudden develop an allergy for them. It's weird how an allergy just shows up.
I've heard that, but I bet if you try it again, that probably won't happen. And maybe they just want to put that in your head. But I'm just a weird guy.
No, this
That's
is a
why I
doctor
would.
here that told me that. The only way that we cured it is my parents. They gave me like uh, hard alcohol. I think it was like Sambuca or something. Like you know what I mean, like hard alcohol.
Yeah, yeah, any sort of high proof.
Yeah, like that. I don't know. They a lot of things where alcohol was the medicine for a lot of things when I was a kid. Okay, I grew up in the West.
I had a reverse experience at my uncle's place in New Hampshire. This is actually a quick story, but it's similar, I think, to what you just said. And I've told this story on other shows before. Is I used to have I'm in the dental, I've been in the orthodontic industry for 15 years, in the dental industry for almost 4 years now. And growing up, I had a lot of tooth problems. Just genetically, we were not born with good teeth. And I had an infected abscess because I had a bad dentist, and he pulled out a tooth, and it all got infected. And my left side of my neck swelled up with pus, almost like the size of a peach. And it was like that way for a couple days. And I'm just a child. I'm freaking out. I was like 9. And there was a procedure that this is a true story. There was a procedure that was going to happen where I was going to go have surgery, and they were going to lance this big pus sac on the side of my neck, the size of a peach, and drain it. And as an adult, if that happened to me as an adult, I would go, hell yeah, drain this now. Don't make an appointment. I'll sit in the bed and you slice it open and drain it. But as a child, it was like the end of the world to me. It was traumatizing. I didn't even know how to process it. And the day before I was supposed to go in, this is a true story. The day before, this is how it relates to your story. The day before I was supposed to go in on a Monday, missing school, I was on a Sunday at my uncle's, and he had some property up in New Hampshire, just a tiny ranch house and a bunch of sled dogs, and fucking a pond that we used to catch frogs in. Not big enough for fish, but catch turtles and snakes and frogs. And I stepped on a fucking bee's nest, and a bee landed on my face, and it stung me on the friggin' sack of pus. So I'm a child. I'm freaking out.
Sorry.
I'm thinking that this bee that stung me on that face-sized stack of pus on my left side of my jaw,
Sacrifice.
Cass, in under an hour the pus was gone.
Made me laugh. You made me laugh every time you said psychopaths.
Yeah, Cass. After the bee stung me, within an hour the sack of pus was gone. It didn't even drain. It
So
just
the
went
bee
away.
helped you. So the
The bee
bee
the
fixed you
bee
up.
sting took away my nightmare. That's a true story, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of medicine they hide from us.
No, that joint that I just smoked, like it was good weed.
That's good.
I like listening to the story and it's like, and you're like, oh, that okay? Because I was wondering, you're like, it's gonna make sense to your story, and I'm like,
Yep.
I forgot what I was talking about.
I
Like,
thought it
what
was
I
a
was thinking
snake.
about how
I
much,
thought it was
like,
a
weed we smoked or whatever.
I thought it was a snake bite or something. I don't know. I'm retarded. I forget.
No, but now I know because your point. I forgot by the time you told me your point. I forgot what what it would relate to my story about. But now I remember. Just because
Wicked.
I just smoked a big patty and I'm like high, right? So
Well, it's the good weed.
yeah. Oh my gosh. So you think that it might have reversed it?
Within and I was a child. I I had a pretty bad childhood with all the bullying and stuff, and I think I blocked a lot of it out. But that's a childhood memory that is something I tell so clearly, and so I couldn't believe it because you think about the two worst fears. Not only is this pus thing, I have to go to scary people and probably get strapped to a friggin' gurney because I'm a kid, I'm gonna flip out, or they have to sedate me, and because my parents told me what was gonna happen, like how they're gonna have to go in surgically because we did the saline rinses and rinsing in the mouth, and my tongue is swollen and everything. The bee stung me on that. And then within an hour, everything was gone. It's crazy, man. It's a true story.
Well, I had this like thing on my leg, and my mom had exactly the same thing on her leg, like that. It was like a bump first, like it was just a skin, and it was a bump, right? And then it became like, like painful and stuff. Like, so, anyways, I went to the doctors. They put that freezing on it, and I was like, it made it worse. Like, it made it hard. Like, it made it hard. It made it hurt, and I trying to peel it off, like the scab. It's not coming off. I talked to my mom yesterday. It was yesterday, the day before, I went and had soup with her, and I'm sitting there going, like, this is what I have. Like, what did I do with yours? Like, what happened with yours? How did it go away? And she's like, it'll fall off. And then I get home, and I'm like, I went and had my bath, you know what I mean? And I'm putting on lotion and stuff, and then I'm just like, I'm just going to try it with my fingernail, just like, try to, peel it off.
I like where this is going.
And it come off. I was like, my mom knew. It would kind of come off. And I thought I was going to have to go back and get them to cut it out, like cut it out.
Mm.
But yeah. So it's gone. It's gone now. Like, the bump is gone.
Well, maybe there are some. Why would I say that? Maybe there are some sorts of fucking fairies that roam around and we can't see them, and they collect things like that and put them in the jar and save them for a ceremony.
The skin, save our skin. Pieces of skin. Keep some toenails. make like a potion. Make like a wish potion.
You know what? Remember when I said a third? I'm gonna have another third.
I want to go fill my coffee. I'll be right back. Hey, can you play some
you're
music?
staying? All right. God bless you.
We got 3 people watching. They're interested in what we're talking about. So
excellent. It's entertaining to both of us. I think it's going to be entertaining.
Things you want to talk about. We could talk about actors, who our favorite actors is,
or even someone on the chat can post anything that they would like.
I know, but nobody's talking, so I'm just like, we have to actually be the entertainers. So we have to think about things to talk about.
I agree. I'll take it. While you get your coffee, I'll take some lessons on entertaining.
So think about something interesting.
All right. One of the most interesting things I've ever thought of is if the universe is expanding into nothing, but only the concept of nothing is empty space can exist within the universe, then what is the universe expanding into? That's always baked my noodle. Gotta check the telegram.
Stay out there. All right, so I got another hair dye, which I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. This one, and this is the one from the dollar store. I got it again from the dollar store. It's Revlon. It's not that bad. I mean, it smells. It kind of does smell weird, like different.
Is that the one that you have to make us paint it for you, or do you do it yourself?
You just mix the box together and then you do it yourself.
Cool.
I'm only gonna do like the roots anyway, so I'm only gonna do right in there. Right in there. I
was trusted with that once before a Halloween, and this is going. I've actually in my entire life I've only dyed a girlfriend's hair once, and I did a good job. Because it just had to be black because she went as a dead.
You know, it looks like skunk. Hey.
Yeah, and the friggin' vampire teeth and all that nonsense. But
Yeah. Oh, Elvira, what's her name? No, that one.
No specific character.
What's her name? The one with the black hair.
Are you thinking about the
Addams Family?
Oh
Caroline.
no. Oh, uh, Mer Marilda?
The mom. What's her name?
Yeah, I don't have the movie background.
Oh, yeah, I
I
haven't
was
seen
go-
that show in a long
I was
time.
gonna say Esmeralda, but that's the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame.
My favorite snack, sesame seeds. I made some the other day and I really screwed them up. Sorry. Go ahead. Play music.
No,
Musica.
we're
Say musica, maestro. Musica.
no. This is content for your show. Ugh, one string is killing me. There it is. All right.
I had an idea.
What's your idea? Because I'm out of them.
One day we should do karaoke and then we should get some guys to come on here and play and then some people to sing and then we'll do our own music singing and playing. Like
Can I?
karaoke, but like
Can
like playing. We have our own people playing, but we do with sing. Some people sing.
I think it's a fantastic idea.
We should do it. I'm gonna get a hold of Marshall and see if he likes that because Marshall's into music. I know a few people that like music, and then Will likes music. You know, there's a few people I like uh that I know that like music. I mean, so I'm gonna have one more smoke with you.
Well,
And
I think here's what we can do because all of a sudden I'm fading fast. I think the best thing to do is, do you want to tell the rest of your audience, for those who might be listening, or for those who might like speak to their friends or mention that they pop by the channel or whatever? Do you want to tell the rest of your audience where they can find you and what you're doing and what's available and stuff like that before I get out of here?
go ahead.
No,
Where can
you.
they find you? Where can they find you? I'm too
No, no,
stoned to
no.
say anything.
Jesus, you're gonna make me do your freaking announce. All right,
That's right. Do it, Davey. Do it up.
so I like chatting with this girl. Her name is Anna, but online she goes
You can
by
tell about your
Cass.
channel. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make you big. And you can announce our there we go. You're the only one.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so if y'all are
Oh wait.
lucky to,
Hold on.
oh wait, are you gonna
Sorry.
give me? Are you gonna put a rainbow hat on my head?
There you go.
No, please don't. But if so this is Anna's channel. She has two channels on YouTube. Crafty Traveler, which is hard to spell, but if you try it enough times, you'll eventually find it. She can announce it afterwards. And Casslove111. I enjoy conversations with her, but more importantly, if you're interested in things such as tarot and anything that is not necessarily mainstream, but not outwardly controversial and just a nice place to hang out, I encourage you to check out this channel. It's beneficial for your health. JB,
So what about you? Now tell them about your channel, what you're in, what you do on your channel. To come and
my
see
name
you
is
at your
J.
channel.
My name is JB Rants, and when I finally move exclusively to Rumble, my name will be JB Rants, JAYBEE space Rants, RANTS. And YouTube is not friendly. I like to talk what the mainstream media refuses to cover, and we do it in a fun way. But anyway, I'll see you guys, and thank you very much. How was that? Pretty good promo, right?
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. And hopefully next time there'll be more people. Goodbye.